You don't have a lot of money. You don't have buses. You don't have billions. You don't have big, deep bank accounts. You don't have grandpa or daddy Warbucks, right?
We want to go beyond what we were used to. We're only 17 or 16 years old, but we want to grow something, a business, or like grow something that we love.
The harder you work, the luckier you will be.
We were in the YWCA, the Youth Learning Center. It was the best. I mean, field trips and all that stuff, it really inspired me. Just to have fun growing a business, especially me and my brother doing that together. I just can't wait to see what grows in the future.
Be prepared for an impromptu interview. I have a video if you haven't seen that already.
No, not yet, but I'm going to watch it as soon as we get off of here.
You become the absolute best early childhood teacher you could be.
I know. I can't wait.
Follow me. Then this is the channel for you. You go. It's pretty cool, huh? Tell me a little bit about why you want to continue in the early childhood field and someday own your own center.
Well, when me and Josh were growing up, when I tell you we didn't have much, but we had the best time due to our, we were in the YWCA, the Youth Learning Center. It was the best. I mean, field trips and all that stuff, it really inspired me. And I've held on to a lot of that throughout the years, just all my happy moments from my childhood. And I would love to do that for somebody else, or just to continue that, because that's what type of mindset I want to be. I want to be productive and just have an impact in the community instead of like doing fast food or whatever. So I feel like this is something I could actually feel proud of and build from the ground up.
That sounds great. That's super. Josh is still sitting next to you, right?
Yeah.
All right, Josh, what say you about all this?
Oh my gosh, most definitely. Super excited because we want to go beyond what we were used to. We're used to just we're only 17 or 16 years old, but we want to grow something, a business, or like grow something that we love, that's not boring, that not a desk job, stuff that we can actually have fun in. And most definitely working with kids is honestly not a job, to be honest. And just to have fun growing a business, especially me and my brother doing that together. I just can't wait to see what grows in the future.
Nah, that's great. And I love where your passion is coming from the YMCA program that you're in. That's awesome. Love it. Love it. All right, here we go. Let's dive in. You ready? All right.
Yes.
So the first thing I would do is I would get a job in the early childhood field. So maybe you're a step ahead of me. If not, find a local childcare center, local preschool, and get yourself in there. Have you done that yet?
No. Yeah, no, not yet. Mostly because they mostly say we have to be 18. We're about to be 17 in January. So definitely coming up. So
all right. Well, happy early birthday. So check. Here's the thing too, is that when you're an owner of any business, you're going to have to do a lot of work yourself, and you're going to have to figure out what that work looks like. No one's going to give you a complete roadmap and tell you to check every box, dot every I, and cross every T. So I would get into North Carolina's early childhood Department of Education rules and regulations, and I would find out. I would really be surprised if you had to be 18 to start as a teacher's aide. Now in Colorado, you have to be 16. I've even hired a couple of young ladies that were 15. They actually grew up in our program though, and they started by helping and cleaning and grabbing snack for teachers and stuff like that. But they would just do some super part-time. So maybe there's an opportunity for that. The other thing I do is I check with your high school and see about any possible internships. All right. So where you can get a high school internship, you may be able to earn an elective or a half of an elective credit by, putting in 60 or 120 hours or whatever it might be. So as a junior, usually those are when those internships start showing up and creating themselves. So see if there's any kind of an internship opportunity where you could go and basically volunteer, but you're going to get high school credit for that. and an elective credit. It'll also look great on a resume when you do turn 18 and you go back to that program. Get with your high school career counselor and see what kind of opportunities are there. And I would knock a couple of doors. So it sounds like you knocked a door, maybe more than one, I don't know. And they said, well, you got to be 18. Keep knocking doors. That's just one no, right? And
Yeah.
no's are always just a roadmap to yeses. Okay, so go knock some more doors and see, just because one person has that in their mind, maybe they don't want to deal with 16 and 17-year-old knuckleheads. Right?
Yeah.
I've hired a few in my time. So go knock some doors, and then also be ready for an interview. Here's a tip. Don't bring your mom. Don't bring your mom to your interview.
My goodness.
I've had someone come in, a mom come in with their daughter, said, I'd like to get an application for my daughter. And I've seen this before. I look right past mom. I totally ignore her. And I go, hi, I'm Kirk. What's your name? And I start talking to the daughter, and mom kind of steps to the side. I say, hey, tell me why you're here today. And
Right.
Mom is out of the picture. Don't bring your mom. Even worse would bring your best friend. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, come with me. Come with me.
Yeah.
Nah, leave it home. Be prepared for an impromptu interview right then and there. Okay. So don't walk in if you have 30 seconds. Be ready to learn. If and when you get an interview, I'm going to say, ask for a working interview. I have a video, if you haven't seen that already. In this video, I'll throw it up there in the top there on our working interview. You've seen that one already?
No, not yet, but I'm going to watch it as soon as we get off of here.
You want to watch that. And that's how you'll go in, and you'll give the teachers in the classroom an opportunity to become Caleb advocates. And they're like, oh my gosh, Caleb was great. Like, he interacted with the kids, and he spoke to them appropriately. And then he asked if he could help me out. And then, this happened over here, and he just went right over to blocks and in circle time. And he was like helping these kids and just interacting. And he wasn't on his phone, and his hands were out of his pockets, and he asked me questions and all these kind of things. So to make a great impression on the teachers, because then they'll go to the owner, whoever the hiring manager is, and go, that's a good one. You want to go from where you are today with you're taking some and enrolled in some early childhood courses, and that's great. And then you need to get in the field, whether to an internship, a teacher's aide. Maybe you volunteer at a program for a little bit, but I would knock several doors and see if you can get a paid job working there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. And then become the absolute best early childhood teacher you could be.
I know. Oof. I can't wait.
So you're going to do that by being on time.
Right.
And being consistent, right? Being on time means show up early.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
It's me sick. I'm late. Like, my heart starts to beat. Yeah, trust me. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So on time means 5 minutes early. Be coachable. Right. Do you play any sports? Have you played a sport or have any hobbies?
Yeah, track, but mostly just at the house.
Yeah, but if you're doing track and you're running short distances, you got to get off that line fast, right? And just because you're fast doesn't mean you know how to get off the blocks.
Exactly.
So you got to listen. They can tell you exactly how to put their hands and how much weight to put forward, how much weight to have back, and which foot and all that, right? And what's their first moment off the line? Same thing in early childhood. Just be coachable, be observant, figure out what other people are doing, and then do what they're doing. Right. And also know that when you're observant let's say we fast forward a year, hopefully we fast forward 60 days and you're working in the classroom. Okay. But let's fast forward a year and you're being observant. Know that some things you observe is not what you want to do, because not everybody is a rock star. Everybody in an early childhood program hopefully has a big heart, but not all of the ones you want to duplicate what they do. So recognize the teachers and coworkers you're working with that are doing the things that cause them to shine and to excel. Take direction and then take initiative. Don't always wait to be asked to do something. Be helpful and be humble. my parents taught me all about humble growing up, and that serves you. Go above and beyond your employer's expectations. So these are all kinds of things that I would want to imprint in your mind, starting off at a teacher's assistant, teacher's aide position in a program. Educate yourself about those different programs. Obviously, get in a program, become the best teacher's aide you can be, and then look for opportunities for promotions. So let's say we fast forward, you're working in a local childcare preschool program. You're looking for that opening supervisor position. You're looking for that closing supervisor position. Meanwhile, you're still immersing yourself in some early childhood courses, right? And then I would also take some business administrative courses.
Oh, definitely.
So for our scenario, my wife had the early childhood experience in education. I had the business side. And so that was a good pairing.
Yeah.
What was that?
My brother, maybe he has like, maybe me more of the business and him more of like daily operations or something like that.
Immerse yourself in early childhood and in business classes to kind of give you that. In high school, it could be personal finance. Make sure you take a personal finance class. You don't have to have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree to be successful by any means, or to own your own center, but you do need a good foundation of education. And, you know, these years, there's lots of online opportunities. There's lots of YouTube opportunities out there as well. But to fast track yourself through working as an aide, working as a lead teacher and getting that certification, figuring out what that director's certification is in North Carolina, right? And then begin building the resume, and then begin getting those credentials and those courses out of the way, and accomplish to be able to get all those certifications so you can take on some of those roles. I was more interested in the person than the diploma.
Right.
Always. And so regardless of the certification, what are you bringing to the program? And you asked about, you know, how do I get myself ready to own my own center? Well, you begin networking, right? You got to go knock some more doors, get some more no's, and find the yes, right? Just get through those no's. Find a mentor, find someone local. Hopefully that's someone you're working with, whether it's a director or maybe the owner. You might go interview some owners. Maybe you're going to write a paper, or maybe you have an assignment in your English, and you're like, English class, right? And you're like, I'm going to create this assignment and I'm going to force myself to go interview a childcare owner. What a great way just to get in the door and shake their hand, right?
I know. I've tried to use that tactic before. Like, I'm doing something for school.
Yeah. Haven't you seen Catch Me If You Can?
Oh, wait, yeah. I did watch that with the Leonardo
DiCaprio, man. He's like,
hello. I'm Frank Black from Monroe High School, and I have an appointment with Mr. Morgan.
You're the young man who's writing the article for the school paper.
Yes, ma'am, that's me. I want to know everything there is to know about being a pilot.
You just need to watch a little bit of Leonardo and Catch Me If You Can, get a little liquid courage.
I know, right?
In your blood, right? Because that might be the person that hires you, or that you keep in contact with one way or the other. Yeah. I just heard you say, one of my concerns is that you don't have a lot of money. You don't have buses. You don't have billions. You don't have big, deep bank accounts. You don't have grandpa, daddy Warbucks, right? All right. There's another video of mine you got to go see, because we opened up our preschool, and my wife and I, within the last year, had both individually filed bankruptcy.
Oh goodness.
And we had $100 to open up our business account. I did a video on it. All right. And in this video, I'm going to put that one right up there at the top. So there'll be a link to it. All right. We literally opened our first center 19 years ago in February with $100. And do you know why we had the opportunity to open it? I'm going to tell you, because we worked hard. Because we worked really hard. We were ready, because I was immersing myself in business and I was working hard. I understood sales. I understood taxes. I understood a lot of things, components about general business operations. And I learned that through a couple other businesses that I had. My wife was previously working at a childcare center. And she had worked her way into a teacher slash closing supervisor, remember that, and assistant director position. And then she left that. And we went off and we got married. And months later, she got a call from her previous director and owner, the previous owner she worked for, and they go, hey, we have an opportunity to open up a school, but we'd really like to find an operator and let that be their school. Would you be interested in opening up your own preschool at a undisclosed location? They didn't even tell us where the location was. And it'll be your school, but we'll help you. We'll help you get started.
Yeah.
And we were like, yep, we were ready. We were absolutely ready. And we literally opened up, I had $100. That's all I could afford to open up my business account. Well, dig yourself in, be a student of the business, figure out what's going on in your local area, figure out how to get in and working at a local program. You know, maybe it's the YMCA. Right. Maybe it is a preschool. You mentioned a franchise, I think, that is really booming in your area in North Carolina. And get your feet in there, get some experience, start turning some heads, be a hard worker. Don't be lazy. Don't be late.
I know, right?
Be on time, be early, be helpful, be humble.
Yeah. And I'm going to watch your videos that you tag in the video, because I'm on the, I think he made a playlist and I'm watching, like, going down the list. So I'm going to finish it soon and hopefully I get some more insight on what's to come.
Yeah. Hey, what a great call with Caleb and his twin brother, Josh. How cool was that? I absolutely love that. Two boys inspired possibly to work together at 16. Happy birthday, Caleb and Josh, here turning 17 in January. Happy birthday to both of you. And congrats on the opportunity and the passion you have to work together. I absolutely love their drive from their experience growing up and the experiences they had at the local YMCA and field trips they're on and the impression that made on them. So that's great. I wish these boys a lot of luck and I can't wait to hear from them. Thanks for following. Appreciate you. I'll put lots of some more description in the bottom. There's links up at the top. Watch a couple more videos. Anyway, y'all have a marvelous day.